Good morning, y'all. It's foodie time. Hey, it played. I figured out what I did wrong, you guys. It was just a matter of time. Okay. I tell you what, but wasn't that exciting? I love it. Now that I figured out what I did wrong, Scott, I tell you what, I'm ready now. I'm going to start showing some videos. We're going to have some fun. Yeah. I'm excited. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Time. This is a Connect and Grow chat, and we are a very supportive community. We love small channels and large channels and supporters. We help people to get to where they're trying to go, okay? One of the things that I really love about this community is they're friendly. Well, that's more than one. And also they're very accommodating. Because you have to keep practicing sometimes to get things right, okay? So thank you guys for your patience. Now we can partay, okay? But anyway, if you're here for the replay, please comment so that we have a chance to say hello to you and welcome you to the chat. We're here every weekday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. and sometimes there's an after party. So come on and hang out. We're going to go into the chat and say hello to everybody. And look at this. The first person in the chat today is Scott Smith saying, good morning, foodie, driving and listening. Hi, Scott. Thank you for listening, dear. I appreciate you. You know, you guys, me and this screen, I'm always concerned when there's a lot of space above my head. Today, I think it's just, I don't know, my head is just taking up too much space. Hey, next to the chat is Controversial Cruising. OMG, foodie time. Oh, I was going to say, I know what he's about to say. I beat Angie. Angie, oh my gosh. No. This has been a going thing for months. He finally beat you, Angie. And you know, that isn't easy to do. That is not easy to do. There she is. Whatever floats your boat. Hey, Angie. Hey, y'all. So, you guys, y'all came in pretty early this morning. I'm looking at the timestamps going, whoa, okay. Well, thank you, guys. I appreciate y'all. Scott says, but Scott beat me. Oh, the other Scott. We're Scottish today, okay? Look, Scott. It's gonna get complicated, y'all. It really is, but that's okay. I love all my Scots. I am Scottish, and I love all my Scots. So there you go. Y'all are funny. Scott said, "Let's see if she rolls with the new intro." Gotcha. I did the new intro, dude. I swear. And I figured out what I did wrong. The first day I was on stage. Scott, now I know what on stage means. It means if you're on stage, the video probably isn't going to play. So I took myself off stage. And it worked this time, okay? One of these days, I'm going to give a lesson on StreamYard. Look out, y'all. I mean, I'm learning it the hard way, but, you know. No, you guys are learning it the hard way because you're watching me go through all these trials and tribulations with StreamYard. But yeah, I made it in. Kathy Mills, good morning. Good morning, my friend. I hope you're healing and doing well today. Glad you had a successful surgery. Girl, was thinking about you over the weekend, so I'm glad you're here. Good morning. Good morning. Ryan, hi all. Hey, Ryan, I saw that you were touring. Can't wait to see that. Have you already posted it? I saw a picture. I was on Facebook. I said, okay, they took a picture, but I haven't seen the vlogs or the live yet. And that could just be me. He's working and lurking. Thank you for lurking, dear. Scott. Okay, everybody's saying hello. Hello. Travel with Josiane. Hi, Josiane. Welcome to the chat. Good morning, my friend. And then there's Cheryl. Good morning, Cheryl. Welcome. It's the GLT raid. Right before us is the Go Live Together chat from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern. Lenovo's giving me messages. I'm not friends with Lenovo. That's a long story. This is a Lenovo PC. I'm not happy about this PC. Hopefully it will last for a while because I need it to do the show. But anyway, good morning, Cheryl. I heard Jeremy talking about how cruising is fun anytime. That channel plus your Jeremy and Cheryl's channel. The Cruising is Fun Anytime channel is moving past the Jeremy and Cheryl's channel in views and otherwise. And I suspect that is because Cheryl is everywhere. you know, I think that really helps you when you're out talking to people and meeting new people in chats and whatnot. It really does seem to help grow your channel. Okay. So there you go. You're out in the Cruising is Fun Anytime channel, and it's become the most recognized channel. So there you go. So everybody said hello to Cheryl. Hello, hello, hello. Scott says, my only question to you, oh no, where did the music come from? Because if it's branded music, you might get a copyright down the road. Just an FYI. Dude, I'm not going to play it that often. Because I really don't know what's going to happen. Usually, and this has been my experience with Royal Caribbean, when you play a Royal Caribbean commercial, usually you don't get a copyright strike. And I know this because I have a short, and not a short, I have a video with it on it, which is weird. But you're right. I'm not going to play it very often. I wanted to see if I could play it this time. But yeah, I won't do that very often. So there you go. Because yeah, I need to make my own clips, but I wanted to test it out first before I started spending a lot of time like you do working on clips. So I used one that was already made. So I could have used one of my clips, but most of y'all have seen my shorts. You guys really show up on my shorts, okay? Especially the one where I'm trying to slide down the slide. What is that about? Y'all are funny. Look, comments, and comments. Yeah, it was a bad experience. Plus, my doggy's been starring in my shorts too a little bit. He's funny. He is very diabolical. I was trying to let him out of his kennel today and test him out. But sure enough, as soon as I went to sit down, he came and started pawing me on my lap, and he's getting big, y'all. So I don't even have to lift him up. You guys could probably see him even if I don't lift him up. He's getting that big. So Scott and gummies, LOL. I heard about the gummies. Hey, dude, I've got some gummies, okay? My daughter gave me some gummies during my really extreme depressed morning period. She was like, Mom, here you go. This will help you out. She was right. I slept like a baby. Those were not melatonin gummies, okay? That's all I'm going to say about that. But yeah, I slept like a baby, so I haven't used them since. I told her, I'm really conservative when it comes to things like, gummies and edibles and stuff like that. I said I had a very protected lifestyle coming up, and then I went into the military to boot. So, my life has always been pretty calm. The most I ever do is go on a cruise and get a little tipsy. But, we've all been there. That's like the most. That's the most. In fact, I'm going to tell you that even as a teenager, I really didn't have as much fun as I could have had. But that's a whole nother discussion. I mean, I have a feeling some of us have some stories, some stories of from our previous lives as young kids and things we experimented with. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. Yeah, that was pretty cool, but it wasn't my intro. It was Royal Caribbean's intro. I think they don't mind you playing their commercials. Anything else you might get in trouble doing. But that is a great commercial. Did you see that lazy river, though? Girl, every survey that I do with Royal Caribbean, I say the same thing. If you're looking for a new thing to add that people will love, but I was talking on the ship, it's a lazy river, girl. I will go anywhere for a lazy river. Okay, that's how that goes. But they went and did it. They made the largest lazy river because, they're all about the size. They seem to think that size matters. Yeah, I said that. Anyway, Niffer, hey, welcome to the chat, Niffer. Hello, Foodie, good morning. Hope you slept well. Girl, I did not sleep well. It was storming here. Ask Angie. It last night, it was like explosions in the sky over here. And the dog was barking. So first thing happened was boom, and I jumped up because it was like something dropped. And the first thing I think when I hear a big noise is what happened to my dog. Did he escape? Something happened to him? So I jumped up. Jorge slept like a log. And this is a combat soldier, okay? This is probably why he slept like a log. I thought to myself, I'd give anything to be able to sleep through anything like that. But anyway, I jumped up. The dog was barking. It was pouring down rain, cats and dogs. You think about flooding when you hear it rain really hard, especially here in Kentucky, because you've probably seen the disaster of a tornado and everything else that has happened here. But I got up. The dog was running around because I let him out of the cage because he was freaking out. And I just wanted him to know that it's okay. You can go back to bed. I put him in a little cage thing. Well, it's not little, it's huge, actually. He probably didn't notice he's in a cage. It's so big. But I put him in there because he tends to get into stuff. But the other reason is because that's the only way you can get him to go to sleep. So I have to cover it and all that stuff. Well, I let him out so that he could know that it was okay. Nothing exploded. Dad was fine. So he went into the bedroom, checked on Dad, came back out. We went through a whole mess. So sleep well, girl. Not even close. After that, I couldn't go back to sleep. I thought about the gummies, but then I said no, because I don't know how long they last. And I don't want to come on here saying all kinds of crazy stuff to y'all, because I take them before I go to bed, which means I don't know what happens when I take them, except I go to sleep. So there you go. But I was up chasing the dog instead. All that to say, no. I did not sleep well. Like number 6, you go, girl. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate you. PK Adventure says, no, not yet. I needed to take a break with editing. I am 4 weeks ahead with video, so I thought I would take time. I am so jealous. Okay, you are 4 weeks ahead. Dude, I'm still working on my last video for I just finally got the clips loaded. I think I've got them. Actually, I've loaded them off of my phone. I haven't loaded them off of my GoPro yet. What was I thinking? Anyway, I am 4 weeks ahead with videos, so I thought I would take my time with this one. Icon will be out probably on May 31st. Keep reminding me, okay? Because, I got dementia. Keep reminding me. Hey, LRV Lifestyle. Hey, man, from Jamaica. Good morning, sir. How are you doing? How is things in Jamaica? What's the weather like in Jamaica right now? I'm kind of curious. I know it's probably beautiful. Of course, it's Jamaica. But just wondering, OMG, it's the birthday girl. Popped in to say hi, happy birthday to you. Happy. I was going to do a clip, but then I figured it might bomb the whole show. Girl, I have a birthday clip of the birthday song they sang to me. I'll have to find that. Maybe I can load it tomorrow. Would you mind if it's a day late? I couldn't find it. I looked for it yesterday and I couldn't find it. I can't remember even which vlog they sang happy birthday to me. They sang happy birthday to Bruce on his 70th birthday. But girl, happy birthday to you. So excited that you popped in for your birthday. Hey, Denise. Oh, yeah. New logo. Look at Cheryl's new logo, y'all. I heard Jeremy talking about Gemini. I'm going to have to try something else because I just have been so lazy. If you don't believe me, ask Liz. I've been so lazy about making a logo. Denise made this logo. Let's point it this way. That logo right there, isn't it cute? It is so cute. Now, only problem I have with it is it's not purple. I know she's probably thinking, girl, I gave you a free logo. I tell you what, I've got to sit my butt down and just make a logo. I'm gonna probably steal some of your part, though, just so you know. Just so you know. Anyway, Tiffany from Canadian Family Life, welcome to the chat. Hey, y'all. Hey, girl. I saw you out and about too. Look at her logo. See? Beautiful. You guys have beautiful logos. They're so cool. I'm keeping my something. Girl, see? Now you make me put my glasses on. What's that say? I'm keeping my. That logo is definitely funny. I don't know what it is, but it looks like teeth. You're keeping your teeth. Oh, you went to the dentist? I don't know. We'll have to discuss this. So everybody's saying hello to everybody. Yeah, I've got a little bit of a cough today. I think I had my fan on too high this morning because I'm all dried out. I sleep under a ceiling fan. I don't know about anybody else, but that's the only way I can sleep. When I'm in a hotel, forget about it. I can't sleep because it's just too hot to me. And if I turn the temperature down, I can't even read that just yet. But if I turn the temperature down, my husband would probably freeze as low as I would turn it down. Okay, he would probably freeze. I don't know. He seems to like that. He just takes all the covers. But I sleep under a ceiling fan. And sometimes, y'all, I wake up, and this is why my eyes are all watery. My eyes are all dried out, and I have to add wetting solution to my eyes, and my throat is all dry. Josiane said, "At foodie, size matters," and that's how I'm going to say about that. Niffer says, "Good morning to Josiane." Oh my! It's later in the day. The kids are at school right now, anyway, so we can say a few things, right? Niffer said, "Sorry to hear about that, girl. It's okay. I will catch up on the good news is I'm retired. This is my job right here, y'all. YouTube is my job right now. I mean, I'm also a travel agent, but I don't really count that as a job because I was doing it long before I retired. I don't even count it as a job anymore. So I feel like I could take a nap if I wanted to. Even with my grandson and my dog around, I could probably still take a nap when Jorge gets home. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, Kathy and Brian, morning. Welcome to the chat, y'all. Morning all, listening from the car, Kathy. Our conversation could get a little risque, but I'm going to stop it right about there. Okay, we're gonna leave all of that alone. Because honestly, like I said, we are an adult chat, but we try to keep it calm. It's hard with all the Scottishest people in here. Anyway, Niffer's TV. I realized her name is pronounced Jennifer Niffer TV. 4 weeks ahead with videos now. I know she's giving the eyeballs. These are serious-minded creators. Oh yeah, Ryan don't play. Okay, just so you know, if you don't believe me, go to PK Adventure Travel and look at his vlogs. He don't play, and he's very specific. Okay, when you want a good tour, go to Ryan's channel. He will tell you exactly what's up. Sometimes, and you spoil me, Ryan, because if I go to somebody else's and they start, I got so mad yesterday. I was playing the seashore videos because, I wanted to see what we're going to in 68 days. So I went there, and Ryan, you have spoiled me. Everybody else, and my husband's like, "Why are you watching this and complaining?" I said, "I'm just pointing out that one of my friends does a much better job at this than this guy is doing." Oh my God. But there you go. These are serious-minded creators. I don't really know where to classify myself. It's crazy. here with me. Different. I know, but you know what? I aspire to be like them. The good news, and you're in the right place, because the good news is Ryan is awesome, but he shares the wealth. He will tell you information. Just ask him a question. He will tell you what to do. It's pretty cool. He's pretty cool. If you're not connected to Ryan, please type hashtag grow, or Ryan, you type hashtag grow. He's working though. But yeah. Jamaica. Yay, Jamaica. Sunny day in Jamaica. Um, and a port ship in port today. I wonder what ship it is. And you know what? It's always a sunny day in Jamaica, from what I can tell. I've never seen a rainy day. Well, that's not true. I'm about to tell a lie, y'all. Quick story. I was in almost a hurricane in Jamaica once, and we were at Ocho's Rios at the falls, Dunn's River Falls, and a hurricane was coming in, and they had to hurry up and get us back to the ship. So that's a lie. I have seen bad weather in Jamaica before, but even in bad weather, it still looks better than it does here today. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Yeah. Oh yeah. Denise says, I made it in purple and forgot to send it to you. Denise, that's funny. LOL. Oh, keeping my mouth shut about things that I may or may not have done in a past life. LOL. I know. But you know what? We got better. Things we did when we were younger, at least we grew out of it. Some people never grow out of that stuff. So there you go. At least we grew out of it. We learned a lot of things the hard way. Yeah. Ryan said, thanks, Vicky. I try. You know what? I appreciate you. You and Scott and a few other people that come in here tell me all kinds of information. So thank you for that. Scott says, never have I ever Thirsty Thursday edition with Denise. Denise and Scott do Thirsty Thursday on Thursday night. So don't miss it, because it's usually pretty crazy. They do a trivia game, and that's this Thursday. I guess you're telling me Denise is going to be on Thursday with you. I'm not sure. Scott said, put a finger down if. Put a finger down if. Angie says, I've missed the whole show so far, being on the phone, dealing with this hail damage to our truck. See, when we have a storm, y'all, we have a storm. It involves, we got hail damage on our roof, which means we're going to get a new roof probably if Jorge ever gets around to scheduling somebody to do the roof. But when we have storms here, they're real storms. Oh my, Fuzzy Adventures and More. Hey, Fuzzy Adventures and More. Good morning. Welcome in. Welcome to the chat. This is a Connect and Grow chat. So if you're trying to grow your channel right now, please type hashtag grow, GROW, and show us your link. There are other people in the chat showing you right now how to do this. Isn't that awesome? But welcome to the chat. We're here every morning, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern. Scott says, oh no, Angie, I'm sorry. That's awful. It is awful. Girl, you've had a lot of damage this year. Storms are not friendly for you. Oh my gosh. But I say that about Indiana. My daughter lives in Indiana too, and she keeps having problems. They live up by Indianapolis, but tornadoes are always coming through there and ripping up everything. Well, you guys really go through it, okay? I mean, so does Kentucky. They get a lot of tornadoes in the rural areas. Not so much normally in the urban area, but this year, things have just been crazy. So I'm sorry about that too, Angie. I hope that everything goes okay. Ryan says, yeah, I try to stay ahead. So if I do need a break to avoid burnout, I don't know how you've avoided burnout so far. Then I have time built in to veg out, even if it is 2-week break. Good plan. Good plan. I need to do that. See, he's typing hashtag grow, and his link is going to be shown by Nightbot now. Yay! Thank you. Look, Fuzzy Adventures also typed hashtag grow, and there is their link. There you go. Okay, Fuzzy Adventures says, we are on break from the main channel. We are going to be taking care of personal situation this week, so we will be on break. Okay. Hashtag girl from Niffer. Thank you, Niffer. Scott says, "Aw, crap. I forgot to send you the commercial." No doubt. Now, see, this time I can blame Scott instead of me, because last time I didn't send him an email address, but this time I sent him an address, so it's on him. Okay, I forgot to send you the commercial. I will send it today. Okay, so we will try that tomorrow. Tomorrow we will try to use the commercial as an outro. Yeah, I'm getting fancy, y'all. No, I'll try and play it. No, I'll try and play it while I'm doing the group list. At the end, we'll see how it goes. I'll figure something out. But I also need to work on my own intro. Like Scott says, I really don't want to keep playing Royal Caribbean's intro. They ain't paying me no money, and with my luck, they'll ask me for money. So no, no. So anyway, okay. Connect with Josie Ann. Oh, and it also says, Nightbot says, please connect to my Foodie's Food channel if you haven't already. Please leave a comment so I'll know you were there. It says it right there. Leave a comment because I will reciprocate. I will connect with you as well. But that's only if I know you were there. So please leave a comment on one of my foodie channels, my Foodie Food channel food vlogs. Okay, Niffer says, PK Venture, I need classes from you for real. Yeah, hey, Ryan, you need to start another channel that just, I know you're pretty busy on the one you have. But as much as you know, dude, you need to start another channel about the stuff you know. You and Scott, y'all could teach stuff continuously. Both of y'all together would really be a great training channel. Y'all need to come up with something, okay, and start showing us how to do some of the stuff. Y'all don't know a lot about Ryan. Ryan has a lot of watch hours, a lot of vlogs. He does it all. So he's been telling me stuff. I'm not sure about the watch hours right now, dude. My watch hours, I tried the playlist thing, and for some reason, YouTube seems to be mad at me or something because they give me like 6 hours. It's sad. It is really sad. Also, you guys, on my Facebook, there is a Facebook group where you can post vacation videos if you have anything that has to do with vacations. Okay. When I say that, it could be pictures, it could be shorts, it could be anything that has to do, like LRV. You can post about Jamaica there. I mean, even though that's not a vacation video specifically, in that group is a lot of people who love Jamaica. In fact, one of my friends in there is from Jamaica, and he will watch that because I mean, it's not a vacation to him, but it is a vacation to everybody else. Okay. That's how that goes. Ryan says, I was stressed out if I was working on videos at 5 p.m. with my release that day at 6 p.m. Whoa. Yeah, that's a lot. Much respect to you, dude. So I take a whole day or two on the weekend if I get behind to pump out the videos. Now, as long as I do one a week, I stay 4 weeks ahead. Yeah, that's pretty good. You sprinted and now you're kind of like doing the long distance run, I'm using my track and field experience here. Ryan said, then if I start to feel burned out or I just am not feeling creative, I can take time off and not mess up my weekly releases. That's why you have such good quality vlogs is because of the way that you have it planned out. Um, Controversial Cruising says, new here, connect and share on I Love Foodie Vacations Facebook group. Thank you. Scott's trying to get back in my good graces. Scott. Thank you, Scott. I'm just messing with you. Oh, you're New Horizons. Okay. Look, when you said that you weren't on your main page, I was sitting there thinking, okay, that means we are connected, but I don't know what the name of it is. So there you go. I'm connected to New Horizons Above and Beyond. So you're also Fuzzy Adventures and More. Man, you got creative names. I like that. So anyway, that's your main channel. Thank you for telling me that. Because there's no way I would have figured it out. I'm telling you that. Okay, please please give us a thumbs up, you guys. I appreciate y'all. And now that we are at the bottom of the chat, oh my gosh, I get to do the group list. Now, some of y'all are new here and don't know that we have mostly a cruising community. And I'm in charge of keeping track of the group cruises in our community. Now, there's group cruises by a lot of communities. I mean, out there, there's so many. Okay, there are so many group cruises done by a lot of travel agents and by just a bunch of creators. But the problem is nobody has a listing. So it's really hard to keep up with what's going on. I was trying to figure out a way to take that off, but you guys, I'm not at that point yet. Okay. Scott, I'm not at that point. Anyway, so what I'll do is I'll just leave it right there. Or maybe I'll leave it right there. Okay. That's a little bit better, yeah. Or either that, or I'm going to have to bring the camera. You know, I get crazy when I look at this thing and I see half of my head. But anyway, group cruises. So our group cruises together. And if you have never been on a cruise, I would strongly suggest, come back here a little bit. I would strongly suggest taking a cruise with our group. We have a lot of great cruises coming up this year, next year, and even in 2027. But I'm only going to do 2025 and 2026 and a little bit of 2027. So there you go. 2025, CNS travels the Vista by Carnival out of Port Canaveral. It is a back-to-back non-group, and it's from September 20th to the 28th, and then September 28th to October 4th. Then we have Jeremy and Cheryl's Go Live Together, which is November 9th of 2025. It's a non-group MSC Seascape from Galveston, Texas. Then we have Ryan, who we just talked to, of PK Adventures, Gobble and Go Cruise, which is a Thanksgiving cruise during November 22nd to the 29th of 2025. On the MSC World America, he has group rates that will save you hundreds of dollars. So you want to investigate that if you're going on the MSC World America, which is a freaking awesome ship. Okay, any way you look at it. Rob has Cruising on the High Seas, Booze Cruise 3.0. Now, there has been a Booze Cruise 1.0, a 2.0. This is the 3.0, and you'll hear about the 4.0 in 2026. But this is the 3.0 out of Tampa, Florida, The Grandeur of the Seas by Royal Caribbean, 1025 to November 1st. Okay. Then Ocean has Helping Hands for Cruising, Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise out of Miami on the NCL Encore, November 29th to December 6th. Scotty J Travels, who is MIA today. He's probably working, bless his heart. Jubilee by Carnival out of Galveston, Texas. It's an open group from October 18th to the 25th. How We Cruise. They're a channel that has two different group cruises. One is the Sunrise by Carnival out of Miami on July 12th, and the other one is Meraviglia by MSC on November 2nd to the 9th out of Brooklyn, New York. It includes drinks and Wi-Fi. 2026, It's got a lot of cruises that are pretty freaking awesome too. I'm going to tell you. The reason I know this is I've been trying to pick out one. I think I kind of know which one I'm going to end up going with because it's close to home. But anyway, 2026 Eddie's Booze Cruise 4.0. Now this one I really want to go on. Galveston, Texas is not easy for us to get to. So I don't know. That one may take a little more convincing for my husband. But I have also been looking at that one. Booze Cruise 4.0 happens on Halloween on the NCL Viva. It's a freaking awesome ship out of Galveston, Texas. Scotty J travels the Carnival Magic March 15th, 2026. It's a 6-night out of Miami. That's going to be exciting because Scotty J is on that. He's the one hosting that, and you got to meet Scotty. That's all I got to say. Fats and Tree. Carnival Sunshine. Now, this one is interesting to me because it's out of Norfolk, Virginia. So if you live near Virginia or you live near Norfolk specifically, this might be a good cruise for a first cruise, or even if you just want to drive to a cruise instead of fly because you're afraid of falling out of the sky or getting hit by another plane. And that's all I'm going to say about that. July 27th to August 1st, the Creators at Sea Cruise, and Travel Cake Trips is on this trip, which is another reason why I want to go. I mean, I don't know probably few people on this cruise, but I do know them, and I do want to meet Kathy in person, so that's pretty exciting. Ocean to Ocean, the ABC Cruise, April 11th of 2026 on Carnival Horizon out of Miami, Florida. ABC is Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao. So just going to Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao is exciting enough. But there's going to be a lot of people, a lot of creators on this cruise, a lot of them from this community. Kathy Mills, Ron, Denise, Jen, Billy J, Chet of Sea Lake Journeys. All of them are going to be on there. Life with Tanisha RN has got the largest ship in the world, the Star of the Seas, October 25th of 2026. That's by Royal Caribbean out of Port Canaveral. Eddie Lugo Studios, Eddie, MSC Seaside, June 1st. This is Eddie's and Alice's 20th anniversary out of Miami, Florida. It is a non-group. Parkers on the Go have the Luscious Ladies Cruise, which is October 22nd to the 26th. And Virgin Voyages is the cruise line, and the ship is Resilient Lady out of Miami, Florida. Now, there's also a meetup on March 6th to March 8th of creators in this vicinity, or you can come from wherever we want to, but most of us can drive to Georgia. So Helen, Georgia, it's just a regular meetup, not a cruise or anything, March 6th to the 8th. Okay, on 2027, we have the Ocean to Ocean NCL Encore Cruise, February 28th for 7 nights, the Mexican Riviera out of Long Beach, California. And this last one I'm going to talk about, even though I didn't get the video. It's the celebration of the Carnival celebration. And let me just say, this is called the Unhinged, Unmatched, Unhearted, Ungrouped Valentine's Day Cruise, and is being hosted by Scott, who is in here, of Controversial Cruising, and Carnival Cruise Addicts, Liz and Chris. Totally awesome. And then there's so many, including me and Jorge, so many creators that are going to be on this cruise. You want to be on this cruise. It's going to be lit. It really is, y'all. It's got all the Scotts. Well, not all the Scott. I don't know about Scott Smith. Are you going on this cruise too? But it's going to be Scottish. Let's just put it that way. Both Scott and Scotty will be on there. Also, Jeremy and Cheryl and Eddie and Alice and Sherman and June and Brady and Greg and Michelle and Anthony on the Move and Ron and DeFam. Just a lot of people, y'all. So, and I'm not even hitting everybody. Billy J says he may be going. Antoinette at Fun says she may be going. So there's going to be a lot of people. If you miss this cruise, you're going to get serious FOMO. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. And that's the end of the group cruises, y'all. And so here we go. You know, PK says, I was more stressed out if I was working on videos at 5 p.m. with my release that day at 6 p.m. I can understand that. So I take a whole day or two on the weekends if I get behind it to pump out the videos now. Okay, he stays 4 weeks ahead. I think we talked about this. Okay. New, oh, new here. He's so funny. Trying to get on my good side. Niffer says, wow, that's a great idea, PK Venture. He has a great plan, I would say, anyway. Fuzzy Adventures and more. Yeah, we are working on our watch hours on there. My mom has taken over for the week. Yeah, I met New Horizons on Tuber Chat. I think we met on Tuber Chat. It was either that or another chat similar to Tuber Chat. And pretty cool person. Yeah, yeah, pretty good vlogs. We played each other's playlists. Yeah, yeah. Fuzzy Adventure says, I'm out from the main channel this week due to taking off of situations that took place over the weekend. So I'm working on this channel. It's mainly our entertainment and cats channel on our free time. Okay, okay. Scotty J, whoop, whoop. I said you weren't here, and here you are. Okay. Scotty J. Hey, Scotty J. Will G says, hi, welcome in, Will G. Morning, all. Scotty says he's lurking. Will G says, have luggage will travel family reunion group cruise 4.0 on the Jubilee. Dude, okay. So adding another one to 2026 that I got to decide about. Just, oh my goodness, just another one I got to decide about. Okay, so that's the will travel. I get it. Will travel. Family reunion group cruise. And that is out of where? I think Galveston, since it's Jubilee. I'm thinking, if I'm wrong, let me know. You know, Jubilee, I think, has been at Galveston, right? I mean, I don't know, was it ever outside of Galveston? Jubilee, isn't it just like a celebration or similar to that in Mardi Gras? I don't know, you guys. I'm not taking my carnival training like I'm supposed to. I need to do that. I need to take a carnival cruise, and I'm going to do that. I'm probably going to do that next year. So we'll see how that goes. But good morning, Vicki. Good morning, Chad. Hi, Summer. Welcome to the chat. Hey, girl. Okay, it's in Galveston. He said heading to Eastern Caribbean. Okay, Eastern Caribbean. That's good to know. Thank you, Will. I'm putting a star next to that because I got so much written on this page right now. I can't find a lot of stuff. So, oh, it is an XL ship. Now, some of you carnival people here, explain to me what exactly is an XL ship. Does that mean that it is a Mardi Gras celebration, Jubilee? They're all XL ships. What does that mean specifically? Blessings. I hope everyone is well, Summer says. Now, the thing about cruising on Carnival, I haven't done it in a long time. And back when I was cruising on Carnival, I was cruising on the small ships. Okay, so even when I was cruising on Carnival, I was not on the bigger ships. Summer says, I prefer Royal Caribbean. You know, a lot of people have one or the other that they prefer. Myself, I like all of them. I think they're totally different. You know, I don't really think they're apples to apples and oranges to oranges because, like, the XO ship seems to have, this is what I think. This is just a one woman's opinion. If the XL ships is the Jubilee, the celebration, the Mardi Gras, they seem to have a lot more free food on there. Okay. Now, I've been on the Icon, and the Icon does have a lot of free food, But Icon came out after the Jubilee celebration and Mardi Gras. And I think it was the answer to people complaining about, the only places you could get food was the Cafe Promenade and the Park Cafe, Solarium Bistro. But I have to hand it to Carnival when they did Guy's Burger, Pig and Anchor, the street food, which I don't know, what's it called? Something streets. I don't know. Don't make me lie. But anyway, and a few other things that were free. Uh, I think that Carnival kind of beats Royal in that area. Now, Royal, entertainment wise, I'm sorry, Carnival, I remember Carnival does have good entertainment. Okay. In fact, I saw a preview of Saigon. What's the name of that play? Something Saigon. I saw that on a Carnival ship years ago. Uh, Carnival does have good entertainment, but I think that Royal takes it to another level with the musicals and all of the other stuff they have related to that, like the Aqua Show. But if you're not into Aqua shows, then there you go. I think you could say they're not really apples to apples and oranges to oranges. They're not. You can't really compare them. They have different things that are good about them. Now, Royal Caribbean has a lot of loyal to Royal people. I know because I know a lot of them. Most of my clientele is loyal to Royal. Some of them prefer Princess. Some of them prefer MSC. Um, yeah, I don't have any Disney customers, and I have a feeling that has to do with me because I really don't push Disney at all. I think Disney is one of those things where people will pay extra money to see that brand, even at the amusement park, whatever. They want to see that brand without it having a casino. I always tell people too, I said, if you book Disney, do know that there's no casino on their ship. Okay. Look, and that's a really. So there you go. Now, Royal, I'm kind of mad at Royal right now. I'm not really mad at them. Let me put that another way. I'm not really happy with them at the moment because it seems like their pricing has gotten so high that it has priced out a lot of my clients. And that's not good. Same could be said about Carnival, by the way. My Carnival clients seem to not be as interested in cruising on Carnival right now. They're looking at MSC because MSC it's not a better value, but it's a cheaper cruise. And any way you look at it, a cruise is a cruise is a cruise. If you can get on a cruise for less, you're doing good. I'm sorry. But yeah, well, G says Shacks. I forgot about Big Chicken. I'm sorry. Well, G said Nassau, Half Moon Cay, Celebration Cay. Yes, those are all the newest Carnival ships. Celebration Cay is of getting a lot of pub this year. Okay, and then Royal's going to come out with the Mexico thing, which, as you've already seen from my commercial, is going to be crazy because it has a big lazy river. And see, that's one thing I like about Royal is they tend to do stuff that just totally off the wall. They made the largest lazy river. It's just crazy. But you're right. Shaq's Big Chicken, Guy's Burger, and Pig and Anchor, Emeralds. Well, Emeralds is not free, but a lot of the stuff Carnival did really, from a foodie perspective, was pretty huge. I haven't been on there because my husband prefers Royal. He's like you, Summer. Royal is his place. It's his jam. Plus, they give us free drinks because we're a diamond on Royal. We've been cruising on Royal since ever. And 4 drinks a day is pretty awesome. We never buy the package because we can't even drink 4 drinks. Happily Ever Eats, welcome to the chat. Hi, how are you doing? I'm glad that you're here. Please share a link if you can. I don't know. Remember, I think you are also trying to grow more or meet new connections. So you're in the right place. Thank you, Summer, for showing us your link. Will G says, have cruised on 4 lines the last year. They all have their S pluses and plus S's and minus S's. Yeah, I agree. I think all cruise ships have something wrong with them or something right with them. I mean, it depends on what you value. If you value food, you're going to probably like all of them, unless it's bad food. That's all there is to that. I always cruise for the same reason I cruised when I first started cruising back when cruise ships were small. Okay, even the largest ship was a small ship back then. But the food has always been pretty decent. I mean, not excellent. It's not restaurant quality. The specialty restaurants are special, okay, but most of the food is just normal food. Depends on what restaurant you go to too. I mean, if you go to Longhorn normally, then yeah, of course Chops Grill is going to be pretty special for you. But if you go to Ruth's Chris a lot, then it depends. It's all a matter of what you value. My feeling about cruise ships right now, hope all is well. It is well. Thank you. My feeling about cruise ships lately is that they're all trying to outdo each other with something new. And that's good for us. It keeps things exciting. Dave says, good morning, Foodie and Chat. Hi, Dave. Welcome in. Yoda's Blessed Life. Thank you for coming in today. We're talking about cruising. Surprise, surprise, right? Fuzzy Adventure says, Summer, happily ever eats. I just started following your channel. Yay! Are you following Under Horizon or Under Fuzzy Adventures? Now I'm curious. Okay. Summer, people used to say Carnival is the ghetto of cruise ships. They used to say that, but now so much stuff has happened in the last year that has been spread across cruise ships. I don't know. It depends. I think that there's a lot of tension in the air right now, and that stuff will break off just about on any cruise ship. My advice is to stay away from drama. Don't get banned from a cruise ship. I mean, you may be tempted to help somebody out in a situation, but it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. Yeah, they used to say that about Carnival. Some people still say that about Carnival, but Travel with Josiane. I don't know if it's all Carnival ships, by the way. I should say that somewhere. I think that it seems like the drama usually happens on some of the Carnival ships and not on all of the Carnival ships. Does that make sense? Doesn't That's what it seems like to me, but I'm just watching news, so. I'm Diamond on Royal Josiane says, isn't that wonderful? I do like that about Royal, but like I said, I'm a little upset with them right now because they've priced out a lot of my clients, and that's not a good thing. So hopefully, they keep talking about building new, smaller ships, and that would be good as long as they price it right. I think sometimes Royal gets a little carried away with their pricing. People still buy it, but then, like I said, it's pricing out some people too. They probably can't see that as well as I see it from my perspective. But when somebody says to me, oh, that's just a little bit too much, then I start to think, okay, what's the next best thing? I don't want to put people in a situation where they're out of their budget. If they don't have the money, I still want them to have a good time. So my feeling about it at this point is, I think all of the cruise lines are good. None of them are bad. M&C had a reputation for a while. Carnival, as you said, had a reputation for a while. But I think they're all basically good in the sense that they give you a lot of different things to offer. From a travel agent's perspective, I can say to somebody, well, if you like big ships, Carnival's got big ships, NCL's got big ships. Royal has big ships. This is what I can show you. But if you prefer an itinerary, let me show you this from Princess, or there's a lot of different opportunities to show people stuff. So that's good. Summer, thank you so much, Fuzzy. Did you post your link? Yeah, his link is in here. I think it's up above. You have to go up a little bit. #grow. Thank you, Dave. But Fuzzy Adventures posted his link again. Thank you. Yeah, I posted a link earlier, but it's going to show it again, I think. Maybe not. Summer says, yes, I am Diamond, and they have a club room for Diamond members. When you're Diamond in whatever cruise line, it's a better situation. My favorite cruise line is Virgin Voyages, and it's not because it's all adult. It's not because it's bougie or whatever, because it's really not that bougie. The reason I like Virgin is because it seems to have a really good quality of food that's free. There's no gratuities. I get free Wi-Fi. I think it just hits all the right buttons for me. Okay, it's what I value. But somebody who values entertainment is probably not going to like Virgin as much, because the entertainment is not um, traditional entertainment like you would find on Royal or Carnival. Fuzzy Adventure says, we just posted a video this morning on here. Oh, great. That's good. Giving everybody something to look at. I appreciate that. So anyway, I was saying that, everybody has their favorite cruise line. Even if they say, they like all of them, which I always say, I like all of them, but Virgin is my favorite. They won me over with free candy though. So, when I found, my husband says, when I found free ice cream, and I mean real ice cream, I think it's gelato actually, free ice cream, then free candy, and all of the specialty restaurants are included, because there is no specialty restaurant on Virgin. They consider all of their restaurants to be special, which, hey, there's something to be said for that. And they won awards for their food. So, that's going to be my favorite cruise line. Um, I am excited about going on the Celebration though, and trying out Chex Chicken and Street Eats. That's what it's called, Street Eats, and uh, Guy's Burger, which I've had Guy's Burger at Planet Hollywood on a all inclusive. Guy gets around. There is a Guy's Fieri downtown in Louisville. Guy gets around. His food is everywhere. His burgers are everywhere. I've never been to Blue Iguana. I've never been to Emeralds. I've never been to, what's that other place that I always see? Pig and Anchor. Yeah, Pig and Anchor. Never been to that before. And Scott, when I saw your video that had Pig and Anchor on it, I was like, oh my gosh, I love that. Um, so there you go. I'm gonna hit all of those places when we're on that ship. What is your favorite cruise food? A lot of people were talking about this, and this morning, Jeremy and Cheryl were talking about Jeremy eating chicken noodle soup. And he's a bottomless pit. Now, my favorite food on a cruise ship is always going to be the same. My favorite food is chocolate cake. Now, like I said, Virgin doesn't do chocolate cake. Not really. They do candy, though, so that's the second favorite. Anyway, Summer says, Royal Caribbean has the best food and options. I don't agree with that. I think that Royal has good food. I don't think they have the best food. And I've been cruising on Royal since I was 37 years old, and that's a long time ago, yeah. But the reason why I don't say that Royal has the best food is because I think that there are a lot of other places that have food options that are good, especially specialty restaurant wise. Um, Virgin's food is good. Disney's food is fairly decent. Princess and NCL are really coming up the ranks in their food. NCL specifically. Celebrities has good food. So I don't think they have the best food. I think you really have to get out there and try all the different food. I have tried mostly all the different food. But get out there and try some different stuff. Now, Royal does have good food. Hey, I'm gonna give it to them. I do like their weird pizza. I call Sorrento's weird pizza because it reminds me a little bit of New York, but not quite. I think MSC's pizza is better. Um, I've had both pizzas, and MSC's pizza is more like real pizza. I think Royal's Pizzas needs a little bit more something. Maybe fire roasting a little better or something. I don't know. Angie said, I missed the whole show. Well, girl, we were talking about food. Summer says, true foodie. I think that all the food is good. People say MSC's food is not that good. Psh, I ate good while I was on MSC. I don't know what y'all was talking about. I had shrimp and grits. I had all kinds of stuff that I was not expecting. And their chocolate cake, grandma's chocolate cake, yeah, I love that chocolate cake. I like their chocolate cake better than Royal's chocolate cake. And Royal calls their chocolate cake the Royal chocolate cake. So, it's good. But like I said, you gotta go to different places and like different stuff. Some people are better at making steaks. I did a survey on steaks. What is your favorite cruise steak? Who makes your favorite cruise steak? And guess who won? Carnival. I know. Now it could be that we're more loyal to Carnival people on that. But I thought, wow, didn't know that. But it seems a lot of people love the steakhouse on Carnival. A lot of people like the steakhouse on Royal too. So be sure and go to my post and put in a vote if you are a Royal person or a Virgin person. Because I'm going to tell you what, Virgin steak. Oh, yeah. I had a pretty good filet though in a weird place. That's another thing. Royal has good steaks in weird places, like the Italian Kitchen is where I had the best filet that I've ever had on a Royal ship. So that's kind of weird. But same thing on Virgin. Their best steak is in their Italian restaurant. So you just never know where you're going to find good food. But the good news is we always find the good food. You got to love it. But anyway, guys. But it's been fun talking about food. You see, I get excited when I talk about food. Summer says, yes, they do price people out, but I think it's intentional. I don't think it's intentional, girl. I think the reason they're priced so much is one, they had to pay for this new stuff they keep building. People don't realize this, but Royal has been working on a lot of stuff. I go to the meetings and listen to the webinars about what's coming and this and that. And when they were first talking about the Mexico private island, they were not talking about the largest lazy river. Y'all can blame me for that. I pushed it for years, okay? But I don't know. I think Royal spends a lot of money, which is why they charge a lot of money. I mean, those musicals they have, those people are really good. Okay, they come up with top talent. They have a lot of stuff that's unusual top talent, like the Aqua Show. Those are top talent divers and stuff. They pay for a lot of extra stuff. And I think that's why they have to charge more. So you get what you pay for, but the problem is a lot of people are thinking, maybe I'll just, try MSC. Come back to Royal when I got some more money. I think that's what's really going on right now. And then, of course, the diamonds, all the diamonds always go in Royal because we get free drinks. And that drink package is expensive any way you look at it. So, but I don't think it's intentional. I think that Royal has cheaper prices on their older ships. I tell people who say they want to become diamond, take some cheaper trips on Royal, okay? Don't go for the 2,000 per person cruise to try and get diamond status. You want to go to, Vision of the Seas or something for a while, or someplace where you don't have to pay as much. And also get a travel agent. If you want to get on Royal, get a travel agent, because Royal has a lot of headquarter groups that are really lower in price. A lot of people don't know that, but my clients know, and they call me like a year out or 6 months out or 2 years out and say, do they have any headquarter groups open? I would like to check into going on this particular ship. And then I'll look up what the best pricing is for them, when it is, to see if they can go during that time. That's what travel agents can do for you. Most people don't understand that travel agents can save you money. Yeah. If you hit them at the right time, they really can. We get all of the sales. Summer says, I'll have to try Virgin. You really are. There is a Luscious Lady cruise next year. That would be fun, right? Free candy. Really, I'm in. I know. And I found it by accident. So that was funny. But if you ever get on Virgin, you got to go to the social club and ask them for the free candy. And they'll take you to the candy counter. And you will be like, the candy shop. Yeah. Yeah. Well, anyway, we're in the after party now. So I'm going to go on and get off the stream. Thank you guys for coming, and thank you for listening to me talk about food. I know that's not a good thing to do at this particular time during the day. It's not even lunchtime yet, y'all. And I've been talking about food, but I talked myself into thinking, what am I eating for lunch? It's Taco Tuesday. What do you think is going to happen, right? Summer says, Royal Caribbean is paella. They serve it in the first day as MF. It's everything. Okay. Well, I remember that. I recorded that. I record the paella almost every time I do a recording of the Windjammer Buffet. And you're right. The paella is there. And now they have started putting lobster on the first embarkation Windjammer Buffet, which is amazing to me. You're putting lobster in on embarkation day. Everybody hits Windjammer Buffet on embarkation day because they don't know about all the stuff that's open, about Park Cafe and whatnot, Sorrento's, and sometimes on the Oasis class, the Solarium Bistro, of course. So they don't even know about the other place. So everybody hits the Windjammer Buffet. So they started putting lobster up there because the creators started showing videos of the lobster. And now people are like, wow, they're serving lobster up in the buffet on the first day. Niffer says, hi, Miss Summer. How are you tonight? And she's saying, thank you for last night, Summer. Cool. Well, anyway, y'all, I'm getting off. Thank you for coming. Did you know what this background is? Does anybody know what this is? I mean, it's pretty obvious. Showing more than the background now. But this is my favorite picture of this particular place, and that is Miami. Good morning, Mrs. Niffers. Well, thank you. It was long. How are you? Their pizza is not that good. You're referring to Sorrento's, probably. Sorrento's is not bad. It's a good pizza to have in the middle of the night. It's open late. If you want something to eat, then it's a great pizza. Now, put it up against some of the other pizzas, though, like MSC's pizza. I've never had Princess's or NCL's pizza, by the way. I should check that out. I'm going to have to look that up on a video, one of you guys' videos. So anyway, you guys have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. Hump day tomorrow. We're almost halfway through the week, y'all. This year is flying by. And I'm going to end the stream and try and play my outro, Scott. It's going to be interesting. I'll see y'all tomorrow.